Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, Skull Crossbones on the Nintendo Entertainment System. This was released in 1990 by Tengen. It is an unlicensed game, so if you have the regular cartridge, it isn't the gray rectangle that most other Nintendo games are. It's actually a black cartridge, and the top isn't a rectangle, it's more of a triangle type shape. So it is a port of an arcade game. Now the arcade game was more of a beat 'em up, where you controlled the same pirates, One Eye and Red Dog, and you just basically kind of like Double Dragon, where you went up and like beat up other pirates and stuff like that. This game is more like an adventure where you have to worry about like managing resources, because all your weapons in this game have durability, and when you run out of durability, then you can't use that weapon anymore. And that's really important because if you get to the final boss, the wizard, and don't have any weapons, well, basically you're toast. So I'm going to go in for 100% completion on this, which means I'll be collecting all the treasures and all the levels. There's different types of levels in this game. There are ship levels and there are land levels. So we're going to start off on a ship level, but it's an interesting ship level because in most ship levels, you get like power-ups that will increase your health, and you usually get weapon drops right away. So you see those little icons, those gray icons. Right now they're just if you pick up them, you'll get weapons. So you get daggers, swords, guns. Usually takes about 3 sword swipes to defeat an enemy, 2 daggers to defeat an enemy, and 1 pistol shot to defeat an enemy. So your pistol's your best weapon, but that's obviously you don't want to use that all the time. You want to save it basically for the bosses. Now in ship levels, like I said, you see the basic icons, like a sword, a dagger, and a pistol. On land levels, though, you'll get treasure icons, like you see a white chest there, and those are traded between levels for different items. So, like a cup and and money gives you swords, cannonballs, and white chest gives you daggers, and green chest gives you pistol ammo. So, in each level, if you press the select button, it'll bring up the amount of treasures in the level. So you always want to make sure that you max that out. So this one, there was 45 treasures, so we got 45 treasures, so we got 100% on that level. As you see, we have 50 health. As you get hit, you lose health, but you have 5 continues. You can also be instantly defeated if you step on this skull motif. This sometimes appears behind the bone motifs when you unlock them. You can also, if you run out of time, it's basically an instant game over. So I like to always start on the Orient level, because I don't like to do a ship level first because I pick up a bunch of weapons. This way, if I lose all my weapons on the Orient level here, it doesn't matter. Because on land levels, if you run out of weaponry, the game will give you a power-up. On land levels, it gives you basically like a fireball fist. This, and we'll see that coming up. They actually won treasure here. Those are really good because they basically home in on all the enemies on the screen. You can take out multiple enemies with 1 shot. The ship levels, though, they give you this power fist, where if you punch an enemy with a fist, but it's close range, the enemy flies across the screen and takes out any enemies it hits. But not as useful as the homing fist, I guess you can call it. So we're gonna get the homing fist. There's a secret treasure up here on that windowsill. Some of those treasures are the skull motif there. I missed them, the bone motif, I mean, because they just have an instant death. I'm going to uncover some of them a little later. But yeah, this is I see you get that little, like, homing fist. Now, sometimes you'll see a number appear by your character. That's how many enemies you need to defeat left to defeat in the stage to advance to the boss level. Basically, each level has, like, 2 sections on it. There's the skull motif there. If you touch that, it doesn't matter how much health you have, you instantly die. You gotta use one of your continues. You only get 5 continues, so you gotta try to avoid Sometimes you might want to take a death on purpose though, like to get some extra time, because remember, if you run out of time, it's an instant game over. So each stage you have to defeat a certain amount of enemies to advance the stage. And once you defeat the certain amount of enemies, then you start getting an arrow on the screen there. You see it on the very left. That tells you can go and fight the boss. So I didn't lose too many weapons here. Like I said, if I would have used up all the weapons, it would have been okay, because I would have got those like glowing fists. And the land also is nice because before each of the bosses, there's a special item. So this is like the Orient, so we're gonna get like ninja stars. Yeah, there's a hidden ninja star there, and the special items are always as strong as the gun. So yeah, these ninja stars do as much damage as the gun. So I'm just gonna have some extra rats running around here. You can just step on the rats. There's the Kung Fu Master, or the martial artist. So I'm just gonna throw some daggers at him. I missed some treasure down here though. I want to grab all the treasure. Because I'm on 100% the game. I just have one waiting there. 136, 136. So I got all the treasure. And now I'm going to defeat the boss. And every time you defeat the boss, on a land level stage, the wizard will appear. And you want to hit the wizard as many as you can while he's here, because eventually any damage you do to the wizard on the land stages will carry over to the final stage. So you can really like cut a lot of his health off before you actually have to fight him for real. So now we got a bunch of weapons. I'll never run out of weapons. But I'm going to go to a ship level here, the medium ship level. And this is the, you see, this is the power fist that we get on ship levels. Your fist goes really, really big, and anything you punch with that fist will go flying across the screen and take out any enemy it hits. So, now ship levels, like I said, are interesting because you don't collect treasure on them that you trade in after the mission. You basically just get weapons right away. You pick up the icons. So you just want to stay out of the line of fire of those cannons when they go off. You can stand next to them, but as long as you're not directly in front of them, you'll be okay. Ship levels are unique, like I said, because they actually have these little icons. There's some fruit, and there's some like bottles, and those actually give you some health. Yeah, it's a lot of, like I said, a lot of secrets here. To get the max rating, you have to get all the treasures. So I actually took a lot of time to kind of map the stages out on paper to find all the treasures. Like I said, a lot of times I just jump around and find places. But yeah, usually I just uncover things by stepping where they are. Now, when you step on a treasure, it won't reveal what it is. You have to step off it. So if I just uncover a treasure and I stand on top of it, it'll never reveal itself. You have to step off it for a few seconds. So yeah, don't just think, okay, I can step on it and it'll reappear. The treasure will appear. You have to let it get off it for a little bit and then have it transform. Puddles at me. Now, ship levels. Every single ship level, the boss is a captain. And the captain's pretty easy because the captain just has a sword and you can always outrange him with your gun. So, captain's much easier than normally the land bosses. Just keep defeating the pirates until we get that thing. We got 186 out of 186, so we got all the treasure in this level. Now we just got to finish off the pirates until we get the arrow to appear. And hey, barrels count as enemies too. So every single ship level we're going to fight this pirate captain here. Like I said, we can easily outrange him with our gun. And then after, to complete the level, you just have to pick up all the treasures that appear. They're usually all like health items. So rats are real weak enemies. You can just step on them to defeat them. And you can just defeat them with one sword hit. So I usually just like go to my sword to save. You don't want to waste pistol ammo or daggers on them. There's going to be bats in the next level that we go to. they're also like one hits, so use your sword on them. Like, so it's mainly about like, especially if you're not getting 100%, it's all about managing your resources. So while I still have you know, a good bit of weapons here, and continues, I'm going to start here on the hardest stage, and the boss here is going to be Medusa, who was the boss of the last Let's Play I did, Kid Icarus. So yeah, Medusa, I guess, after being defeated by Pit and Kid Icarus, decided, I'm going to go to Pirate Land. I'm going to escape Angel Land. Well, bad choice going to Pirate Land, because now you gotta deal with One Eye here. Now, if you would play a two-player game, your other partner is Red Dog. He's just the palette swap of One Eye here, but he has red pants, red hat. Annoying skeletons because they sink into the ground. Just get all the treasure here. And once you can get to the top there, that's when we're going to pull out our sword because we've got a bunch of bats there. Bats, like the rats, instantly defeated in one hit, even with the weakest item, the sword. So we're going to switch to our sword when we get to the top. No use wasting our guns. As you can see, there's a lot of hidden icons. The hourglass gives you extra time. And usually most of the levels here, one of the reasons why they're harder is because you have less time to do them in. So we don't get a lot of time to do this level. But if you know where all the treasure is, and you should be okay. How much treasure here? Nice and slow. I'm just going to use my ninja stars up because that one I'm switching between weapons. I want to have a long-range weapon here just to get rid of these things because I don't want them to hit you when you're jumping because it'll kill your momentum while jumping and then you'll have to fall back down. And like I said, time is already tight on this level as is, so you don't have to repeat sections. Luckily we got some extra time there. Those little glowing orbs that are coming at you, those are basically what the wizard shoots at you when you fight him. Yeah, the wizard doesn't deal damage to you, he just basically stuns you, and you basically lose because of time. Ow. Some treasure here. We've got to make sure we collect that one right up there, those cannonballs, because if we fall down, we won't be able to get back up there to grab those cannonballs. So, those cannonballs, like I said, they trade for knives. Now the special item in this thing is the mirror shield. It's basically only really good for Medusa. Basically, Medusa shoots bullets out of her eyes, and you can use the mirror shield to reflect them back. Some pirates also, and some of the ship levels, have guns. They'll shoot at you. You can use the mirror shield on them, or even the skeletons or enemies that throw daggers at you, or some pirates throw bottles at you. Basically, if it's a projectile, and the mirror shield will reflect it. But like I said, it's best used against Medusa here. And we just stand up next to her. She shoots, we bounce it back, and then we see her down to 5 health. Then once we reflect it back, we're going to do a quick switch because the wizard's going to appear. And we're going to get a few shots off on the wizard, deal some damage to him. And like I said, that damage will carry on to the final level when we actually have to fight him. So, to save the princess there. So we have done 4 of the 8 stages. So next episode we will come back. We'll finish the 2 ship levels and the final land level, and then we'll go fight the wizard.